Welcome to the Patriotic Journal on YouTube. As you guys know, I've been trying to stretch myself out onto other platforms because Facebook has become unwelcoming to me. I'm on strike 2, and they did not make strike 2 very clear as to what their problem was. So I'm beginning YouTube videos, which is way harder than it sounds. It sounds really easy, like you just look into a camera and start talking, but it's not the case, like at all. In fact, this is actually really kind of nerve-wracking. It's a little terrifying. I'm a little terrified. But here I am. I don't want to give up on this. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I want to keep this going. So I can't promise this will be a weekly thing. There's going to be a video every week. I'm going to kind of play it by ear. I will be posting this to Facebook and YouTube. I do highly recommend that you follow me on YouTube at the Patriotic Journal so that you can get anything first on the Patriotic Journal. And it will be posted to Facebook secondary. They have threatened to shut me down, unpublish me permanently. And after all these years and how long it's taken, how much effort I've put into this, I really don't want to give up on this now. So this has given me a voice, and I don't want to be bought by anyone who's going to try and control my voice. I don't want to be controlled or employed by someone with this. I want to be able to speak freely, and that's kind of the whole point here, is to challenge thought and ideologies, and to discover, to promote debates and discussions. Getting censored for hate speech, for gender pay gap is a thing, but gender is a social construct. But men are all rapists, but guns are evil, and so is anyone who has them. But cops are bad and racist, but only cops should have guns. But we should trust the government who employs the cops with our health care. But it's okay to kill babies at will because poverty is the direct result of somebody else's riches. But the rich are evil, but it's okay if we're the ones stealing from them. But you don't get a say in abortion unless you have a uterus. But men can have babies, and gender is still super fluid. I can't keep up anymore. Was censored as hate speech. They don't like their ideology challenged. They don't like their absolutely lunatic. This is the fact that is hate speech to them, and that it should be banned. And mind you, there are people, and I believe they're in the minority, there are people who want to make this kind of thing law. And that's what bothers me. The lack of respect for the First Amendment. If you can't handle offensive speech, then you can't handle free speech. That's the end of it. Free speech includes hate speech. It includes offensive speech. And I encourage you to challenge everything, to question everything. We can challenge everything. Free speech is about challenging things to create better ideologies. We will be stunted in our growth as a society if we cannot say what's on our minds. We will not be free to think. Freedom of speech is the freedom of thought. You're allowed to think offensive thoughts. You're allowed to say them out loud. So here I am, trying to speak freely and trying to get loud. And I'm trying also to get an audience. And with this audience, I want to give them an opportunity to have a voice as well. So I promote the dialogue on the page. And that is between everyone of all parties, of all platforms. I mean, left, right, far left, I've seen far right. I've seen Muslims, I've seen Christians, I've seen people of all colors and creeds on here. And I want us all to come together and actually talk, because that is what promotes better living. It promotes more peace. And I would like to see the political divide more bridged, but with how crazy the very far left has gone, that's completely unreasonable at this point. So I don't mind criticizing that at all. But I also want to be fair and criticize the far, far right. I would really love your support, guys, if you could follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, especially YouTube, absolutely YouTube. This is probably going to end up being my primary platform if Facebook gets shut down. Everything is still free, so just keep up with everything. Click follow on Facebook so you don't miss any posts. And thank you guys so much. And also, don't forget, I am on Patreon if you want to support what I do. Any amount helps whatsoever, so just find me on Patreon. The link is in Facebook and it'll be down below here. And thank you guys so much.